And now for our next news special report.
Welcome to a special report that's bound to make you question the state of leadership in our republic. President Joe Biden's recent trip to North Carolina can only be described as a disaster of epic proportions. From gaffes that will leave you cringing to concerns about his cognitive abilities, it's a day the Biden campaign would probably prefer to forget. But here's the kicker. While Biden's struggling, Trump's 2024 prospects are lurking in the background, and it's not looking good for the current commander-in-chief. This isn't about politics, it's about the future of our nation. So stick around because we're about to dive deep into the embarrassing moments that have many Americans wondering if Biden is simply too old to lead. And trust me, you don't want to miss our final thought on why this story matters to every patriot in this great republic. So stay tuned. Now, folks, before we dive deeper into the report, I do want to talk to you about something crucial. You see, our ability to bring you the unfiltered truth every day relies on our fantastic sponsors. Right now, gold prices are soaring past $2,000 an ounce, and there are significant reasons behind the surge. From global tensions to the possibility of rate cuts, did you know that Deutsche Bank, the US Bank of America, and JP Morgan are all forecasting substantial rate cuts this election year? It's drawing eerie similarities to the 70s when we faced the Iran hostage crisis, war in the Middle East, and major U.S. cities in disarray. Gold skyrocketed then, and it's happening again. So if you're concerned about the direction of our economy, I urge you to call the proud Americans of the Patriot Gold Group, 888-857-9437. That's the number on the screen. Pause the video, write it down. I know you're thinking about calling. You need to talk to them. Make sure you mention Next News, and they'll provide you with a free investor guide and best-in-class service. Secure your financial future right now. Now let's head back to this report because it's certainly a doozy. Folks, it's time to take a closer look at what unfolded during Biden's ill-fated trip to North Carolina. Yes, there's the puppet-in-chief right there. The moment he stepped onto the tarmac, it was clear this was not going to be a smooth ride. President Biden, who was supposed to be the leader of the free world, couldn't even answer a simple question without stumbling over his words. In a press briefing before his departure, a reporter asked about the March for Life in Washington, D.C., to which Biden responded with a perplexing, "March?" It's almost as if he forgot the question or couldn't even muster a coherent response. Watch.
Mr. President, the March for Life is tomorrow. The March for Life is tomorrow in Washington, D.C. The March for Life is tomorrow in Washington, D.C. What's your message to those attending? March. Sir.
March. Oh, maybe he's giving him a directive. March. Then when questioned about the effectiveness of recent airstrikes on the Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen, Biden's response left much to be desired. He admitted that the airstrikes weren't working. Watch.
Are the airstrikes in Yemen working?
Well, when you say working, are they stopping the Houthis? No. Are they going to continue? Yes.
But the real cringe-worthy moments happened when Biden took the stage and rallied to address a crowd. He appeared to be searching for a Democrat North Carolina Representative Deborah Ross, only to realize that he had confused her with someone else. Biden's mix-up was on full display as he said, "Where's Deborah? You just take a picture with her." Watch.
Appreciate it very much. I also want to mention Congress Deborah Ross. Where's Deborah? I just had my picture taken with her. That's probably why she left. No, all kidding aside. Anyway, she couldn't be here, actually. That's not true. I got it mixed up. And she has, she fights very hard for the people of this district, and she's up in Washington right now.
Wow. But perhaps the most mind-boggling moment came when Biden decided to share a hypothetical scenario about students using McDonald's Wi-Fi for their schoolwork during the pandemic. Yes, you heard that correctly. Biden asked the crowd, how many of you spend time in a McDonald's parking lot tapping into the internet? It's a cringe-worthy moment and an out-of-touch statement that left many scratching their heads. Watch.
Who remembers, during the pandemic when schools were shut down and the Sergeant First Class mentioned it, kids weren't able to attend school, so they go online. How many of you spent time in McDonald's parking lots tapping into their internet so you could do the homework with your kid?
Yep, that's something that Joe Biden certainly would never have to do. And it didn't stop there. Biden seemed to have trouble with numbers, stating to date 40,000 projects across the nation. Yeah, that's what he said, stating that he's created 14 million new jobs. 440 new jobs in North Carolina, only just since he came to office. It's a jumbled mess of statistics. It's even hard for me to read it. It only added to the confusion. Watch.
Folks, you know how many billionaires we have in America today? 1,000. You know what their average rate, federal tax rate is? I should walk away from this.
Sorry, that was the wrong clip. I meant to play the clip that you just saw of him wandering away from the podium during the speech, forgetting that he was supposed to be speaking into a microphone, asking the crowd about billionaires in America and the average tax rate before realizing he shouldn't walk away from the microphone. Yeah. Now, these moments might be comical if they weren't so alarming. It's clear that President Biden is struggling and his cognitive decline is becoming increasingly evident. A majority of Americans, 77%, expressed concerns about Biden's age, believing he's too old to govern effectively. Even 54% of his own supporters agree that he's too old to be in office. Tensions are reportedly growing in the White House as Biden continues to downplay his age and limitations. First Lady Jill Biden and her team have become deeply involved in planning the president's schedule in an effort to get him more rest. Biden's frequent claims that he feels much younger than his age are starting to sound like wishful thinking. So what does all this mean for the future of our country? Well, it's a question that's on the minds of many Americans, and the answers are not reassuring. As Biden's cognitive abilities deteriorate, the challenges facing our nation become even more daunting. Can we trust a leader who struggles to articulate his thoughts and can't keep track of basic details? But the implications go beyond Biden's personal struggles. With the economy struggling and his inability to communicate effectively, many are left questioning his ability to lead. The very policies he's trying to promote, his Bidenomics, are failing to deliver the promised results for American families and businesses. And here's the real kicker. Trump 2024? Well, that's looming in the background. As Biden gaffes and misstatements continue to pile up, it's becoming increasingly clear that Trump and his supporters will have a field day with these embarrassing moments, like we are. So the question is, will the American people trust Biden to lead them forward when he can't even get through a speech without flubbing? The stakes are high, my friend. The future of the republic hangs in the balance. We need a leader who is sharp, focused, and capable of tackling the complex challenges that lie ahead. Unfortunately, it's painfully evident that Joe Biden may no longer be up to the task. If you found value in this report, make sure you tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So what we witnessed in President Biden's North Carolina trip wasn't just embarrassing gaffes. It's a stark reminder of our nation's challenges. The leader of the free world should inspire confidence and competence. Yet Joe Biden's cognitive decline is undeniable. As our economy falters and Bidenomics falls short, we question his fitness to lead. America deserves a leader who navigates complexity, not one who confuses McDonald's Wi-Fi for a student's salvation. With Trump 2024 looming, the stakes are high. We will choose a leader who restores confidence and stay on a solid path. Donald Trump. As citizens of this great republic, we must demand accountability and transparency from our leaders. Our future hinges on it. Our challenges are too vital to be obscured by gaffes and cognitive decline. So thank you for joining us in this special report. Remember to stay informed, stay engaged, and stay vigilant because our republic's future is on the line.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.